Well, yeah, I got you. I'm glad. Yeah, you were the place where the rest of the world run away to. Yeah. No, I haven't.
It's not stuck on anything.
Denise, you gonna play? You sing? Okay.
Well, I mean,
No, let's don't get to set up more stuff.
when I was a junior in high
Singing's the best thing.
school, I was out here that same night.
3 miles
Following Slack Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Jimmy and I wanted to be, I was working
I just came to see you, Harry.
in my head.
It's all about you, Harry.
Well, I mean, there's always going to be somebody. Yeah, and one day, when people found me, doesn't matter how good it's going, or something else, I'm here to share.
Ready?
I know that when I moved to
Yes. Oh, there it is. A purple?
Dad probably did you a favor by making you do it.
I had a good day.
Alright, let's go.
I had a great day. He hated the whole city. Oh, and you're like that same era.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. Stay there. I'll move away from you.
Yeah, I mean, I was born in August, I'm a little older than 71.
Okay, so did you get drafted?
No, my number was like 153.
I was too young. I was going to get drafted. So I did your sheets.
Yeah, I mean, think of the death sentence. We didn't have it, but didn't have it.
Yeah.
The entire history of our lives was Oh, I was going to introduce this. It looks like they're
Talking to the microphone. Talk.
So I get like
No, I need some
you
more.
need some more?
For me.
Oh, for you.
Yeah, I need a little bit more because I got a few miles on my ears. Let me see. Any more you can give me would be lovely.
That's just off the stage. Look how loud I am all the way back here. Okay, I don't have hearing sound. Too young for that.
All right. So I'm Rickey Jean Wright, and this is Denise Owen. She's my musical sister, and we've been singing together for. She wants me to quit saying how many years
Oh, it's
now.
okay. Go ahead. You know.
But
28,
we
27, 28.
we discovered that we both had similar upbringings, and both of our mothers were. You hear that little ringing?
Here,
Ring?
it's a little hot on your wedge.
All right. We both had similar upbringings, and that our mothers were guitar players. And so I wrote a song about my mother, and it accidentally was about her mother. It's called "Folks Like Us Were Born to Sin." I would watch her sing and play that old guitar. She sang hymns, old country tunes. I'd watch her fingers as they danced across the strings. How she'd close her eyes when she began to sing. Times were hard back in the country, she would say. For those are living off the land every day. She say trouble will drive you to your knees. One foot kept the time as she made that guitar ring. She would cry when we sang Faded Love. Amazing Grace was her favorite song. She said singing helps your soul forget hard things. Folks like us were born to sing. She say, son, don't forget in God we trust. As she played that guitar, as she sang the songs we love. She sang about a place where there was no sun or moon. Until then, we'll just sing a song or two. She would cry when we sang Faded Love. Amazing Grace was her favorite song. She said singing helps her soul forget hard things. But folks like us were born to sing. Sing one for Mama Denise.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see.
I would watch her sing and play that old guitar as she sang hymns and old country tunes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. We love the outdoors. It's really good for strings. But it was really fun playing music with Wayne last night. He sat in with us on one of our gigs, and we had so much fun laughing and playing music for 3 hours. It was awesome.
So here's a song. We went to the studio. It was way back in 2013, 14, somewhere in there. A little boutique studio. We didn't realize that that studio was going to become the main studio for a little recording company that was fixed to be formed with an old name, but it was a little studio. And the Louisiana Hayride Record Company then, after they heard this song, let us join that label and release some songs. So this song was very important to us. And one of the easiest songs I've ever written because it really happened. It's called Waiting on My Time. One day I walked into a small town cafe. There sat an old man with a right friendly face. He said, pull up a chair, the coffee's
mighty fine. Won't you join me while I'm waiting on my time? He said there was a time when I could conquer the world. And there was a time when I turned the head of a pretty girl. There was a time when time was on my side, and the years of life had found a place to hide. Now I'm just sitting here waiting on my time, watching the people as they all go by. I know one day I'll kiss this all goodbye. Right now I'm just sitting here waiting on my time. Said there was a time when I'd laugh at a walking cane. There was a time when I'd run out and dance in the rain. I guess I have outlived all my spit and shine, and now I'm riding that train to the end of the line. Now I'm just sitting here waiting on my time, watching the people as they all go by. I know one day I'll kiss this all goodbye. Right now I'm just sitting here waiting on my time. I know one day I'll kiss this all goodbye. Right now I'm just sitting here waiting on my time.
Thank you very much. Wayne, my fingers are hurting from that 3-hour gig we did yesterday. I got calluses, but that doesn't help after 3 hours. So we were at a winery or wine bar here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and someone came to us after we got through and said, "I want you to come to our winery, and it's out in Taos, New Mexico." And we said, "Sure, when you want us to come?" They said, "How about November?" And of course, you know, flatlanders like us, we didn't realize that it snowed in Taos in the mountains, but we said we would come, and we did. We saw all the crosses up and down the swervy road up the mountain, and we got there and we said, "What in the world are all those crosses?" And they said, "Well, you know, those people from Texas that don't know how to drive up here in the wintertime." So we were afraid the whole time we were going to get snowed in, just like the song I wrote when we got back. It's called "Going Back to Texas." My guitar ringing in the mountains never made a sweeter sound, and her voice sounded like an angel echoing all around.
and that look on her face when the snow started coming down, 'cause she knew we were stranded there in that mountain town. Going back to Texas, back where it all began. Going back to Texas was always in our plan, but the snow kept falling and the mountain pass was closed. Going back to Texas, but the snow was saying no.
We made some friends in Taos, but the road was getting old. Our souls were back in Dallas, and these mountains were so cold. There's a blue norther blowing all the way down to the plains, and we're praying our money will last and the snow will turn to rain.
Going back to Texas, back where it all began. Going back to Texas was always in our plan, but the snow kept falling and the mountain pass was closed. Going back to Texas, but the snow was saying no. Going back to Texas, back where it all began. Going back to Texas, always in our plan, but the snow kept falling and the mountain pass was closed. Going back to Texas, but the snow was saying no. Going back to Texas, but the snow was saying no.
I like that song. Sorry, those are great words.
And the cake over this one.
My life. Thank you.
So here's a song that I've written because I've been around a while, and I've seen other people do crazy things, and what I've come to understand in all these years that I've been around on this earth, that the source of most of our troubles is just ourselves. We're the common denominator in all of our troubles, it seems like. And that kind of gave me an idea of a song. So there's no names, there's no people, there's no, if there were, we change all the names and the people to protect the innocent. So this is just in general, it's not about anybody. Standing there by a burning bridge, looking at what you've done, holding all the evidence
in your hands. It never crosses your mind to say there might be a better way, as it all comes crashing down again. What are you supposed to do when you flirt with trouble and trouble chooses you? You stand there staring, knowing you're the blame, when your own life fuels the flame. Truth be told, this won't be your last. It's no secret about your past. You burn your bridges with your own gasoline. Many have said that odds are stacked. If you don't change, you'll be back, striking another match with nothing left between. What are you supposed to do when you flirt with trouble and trouble chooses you? You stand there staring, knowing you're the blame, when your own life fuels the flame. You stand there staring, knowing you're the blame, when your own life fuels the flame. Here's one of our most requested songs, and it's a storytelling song that happened in the 1800s in old Galveston, Texas. It's called Island Red. She was a redheaded German girl, abandoned by a rich businessman on the streets of old Galveston. She came over on an ocean liner. No one ever looked any finer, who walked in the streets of old Galveston. Island red, she was a beauty, they all said. Island red, she always turned their heads. She called herself Island red. They just called her beautiful, that good-looking woman who walked the strand. All the women said she was shameless. All the men said she was famous. But everyone stopped to watch as she walked by. She always lived at the finest hotels, as far as anyone could tell. she never once ever ran out of money. She only did what she had to do by buy those fancy clothes and shoes and keep those tears from her eyes so blue. Now she was full of mystery. One look at her could cause misery and fill your dreams with a woman with hair so red. Island red, she was a beauty, they all said. Island red, she always turned their heads. She called herself Island Red, and they just called her beautiful. That good-looking woman who walked the strand. All the women said she was shameless. All the men said she was famous. But everyone stopped to watch as she walked by. Yeah, all the women said she was shameless. All the men said she was famous. But everyone stopped to watch as she walked by.
Miss Denise Owen.
Rickey G. Wright. Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank y'all so much. You know, all of these people that sang to you today, I'm sure you can go to Spotify, Apple Music, all those places, and find our music. So we're out here writing songs and recording just for y'all.
Encore! Mom, encore!
Do one more, go ahead.
One more?
This is the last song for the whole weekend.
What do you want, Harry? What song do you want?
Have you done the old friend and the phone call song?
What?
Which one?
The phone call.
Phone call.
Okay. All right. We can do
Made
that.
my day.
I think you guys should get off the stage.
Oh, get off the stage? Okay. Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
We're coming to see you guys.
I'm a senior age.
You know, we're about to release this song. I wonder if that would be a good title. The phone call. So back in 2020, I learned a really good lesson, and that was we need to stay in contact with each other, because we had a good friend that we hadn't talked to in a long time, hadn't seen him in a long time. They were in the music world that we were involved in, and I called her one day, and she was really depressed. And during that 45-minute conversation, she said, you know, Rickey Jean, I'm so glad you called. The sound of your voice made my day. So I learned a really great lesson. When you haven't seen somebody or talked to somebody in a long time, just get a hold of them. It's so good to talk again. Yes, it's been way too long, my friend. Thoughts of you sometimes dance through my mind. Well, I'll confess it happens
all the time. I just want you to say things are good and you're okay. Now that we're talking, I've got to say the sound of your voice made my day. Long time no see, feels like forever. You're going your way and I'm going mine. The times between get longer, it seems. There's no one to blame and no fault to find. I just want you to say things are good and you're okay. Now that we're talking, I've got to say the sound of your voice made my day. I just want you to say things are good and you're okay. Now that we're talking, I've got to say the sound of your voice made my day. Now that we're talking, I've got to say the sound of your voice made my day. Y'all are so kind. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all next year. Wave goodbye.
Should I do final salutations?
Wave goodbye. Wave goodbye. Wave goodbye.
Appreciate you, man.
That was Rickey Jean Wright. I didn't realize. And Denise Owen. Let's give them another hand. Rickey Jean is our host at Love and War in Texas on Plano Parkway and 75. We meet every fourth Thursday for open mics from 7 until 9. We usually run about 8 people. We have like a round, Nashville style, Rickey Jean and then 3 other people. We take turns and we do a set like that for an hour. And then we do another set like that and brings us to a little after 9. But that was Rickey Jean Wright and Denise Owen. We're the Dallas Songwriters Association. We'd like to make one final thank you to CityLine for giving us this wonderful stage and setup, and PA and Parker doing the sound system. And all right, Parker. All right, God bless you all. We'll see you.
Turn it up for Parker, right?
I gotta turn it up for Parker. Okay, Jimmy Bond is playing in about 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, this is it for us. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you next year. On behalf of the DSA, God bless you all and thank you.